Mi devo... Ma io... Aiuto, parlo già. Bene, ho scoperto che ha già aperto il microfono. E buongiorno a tutte e a tutti, grazie di essere qui in questa cornice pazzesca per questo bellissimo evento che Valeria Mangani organizza ogni anno è più bello. Quindi l'anno prossimo non so cosa faremo, stay tuned come si dice. Allora in questo panel parleremo di moda ovviamente e tecnologia, in particolare come la tecnologia può essere uno strumento per avere una moda che sia anche digitale e sostenibile, dove la sostenibilità per noi non è solo la sostenibilità ambientale, ma è anche la sostenibilità economica, sociale, l'inclusione, un concetto ampio di sostenibilità che diciamo vorrebbe portare a costruire un mondo migliore di quello che è adesso. Vedremo che anche nella tecnologia non è sempre tutto oro, quindi ci sono le famose due facce della medaglia, perché ci sono anche molti rischi proprio determinati dalla tecnologia. Però è sicuramente uno strumento importantissimo e d'altra parte noi stiamo vivendo quotidianamente la rivoluzione digitale e quindi la rivoluzione digitale impatta anche un settore così fondamentale come è quello della moda. E l'ultima cosa che voglio dire è che la moda non soltanto è un settore importante economicamente per il nostro paese, in particolare è uno dei settori fondamentali per l'economia e come vedremo la professoressa Bertola ci parlerà di un grande progetto PNRR che proprio tratta di tutto il Made in Italy, dove una parte importante è la moda. Ma quello che è importante secondo me è sfruttare la moda anche come fattore di cambiamento. Cioè la moda, sì, la moda porta avanti il discorso della sostenibilità in maniera reale, non solo il famoso greenwashing, ma lo porta avanti seriamente. Questo può influenzare tantissimo le giovani generazioni soprattutto. Io vengo ora da un viaggio in Corea, sono arrivata a Roma ieri sera e sono rimasta veramente impressionata da quanto le ragazze e i ragazzi coreani seguano la moda, molto più che i nostri, anche se è la nostra moda anche, ma la seguono moltissimo a livello sociale, quindi è fondamentale che il messaggio sia quello giusto. E adesso cominciamo con gli interventi dei nostri speaker e in particolare let me call on the stage 16 Crutchfield, lei è l'art director di WiseArt, ci parlerà. Io ho visto il suo talk in anteprima, molto interessante, dove veramente c'è un utilizzo della tecnologia abbastanza futuribile, ma comunque sostenibile. Please, 16.
Thank you.
You can speak from there, from the podium, but if you prefer, I'll sit in the meantime.
Okay, please. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Thanks for being here. I'm the art director of wise.art, which is actually a NFT platform or digital art platform. My background is art and not fashion, but I do understand that fashion is a vector and we're all either victims or beneficiaries, I don't know, of the fashion world. but it's true that it's a vector of change. Coco Chanel, led feminism. So there's a real truth about that. And now, of course, technology, and we need to save the planet in terms of sustainability. So how better to do it than wear the proper clothes? So I'd like to start with a short video. Hopefully it will work. And if not, you can find the video on the website. So is anybody going to help me with the video? There we go. No, that's my, stop.
That's your presentation,
That's the presentation.
Right?
Okay, stop. How can I stop it?
Questa è la tecnologia.
It's the advantage of being live, guys. Everything is on the website. All right, now we need to stop it. I'll go without. The thing is, WiseKey, which is the mother of Wise.art, has been in cybersecurity for 25 years. And what is important to know is that the sustainability, the protection of the individual, the use of energy, etc., has been in the minds of scientists for way longer than what we do as the general public. Now we're all concerned because communication has made the step, but they've been working on it for a very long time. And so when we started Wise.art, it was meant to be really linked to the Internet of Things, which means that our heritage, like here, you've got a whole lot of Greco-Roman remains, they need to be protected. When Iraq went to war, it needed to be protected, and that's what we're working on. We need to tag and list and inventory all the cultural heritage that we have, and fashion is the same thing. We need to keep these things on a ledger, whether it's the cloud or whether it's a private key, it doesn't really matter, but it needs to be protected, and that's what we're working on, and also protect humanity, as well as helping the planet, of course, at the same time. And with Wise.art, I've looked at a few things that we could do with fashion. And so, for example, we've got an artist whose name is Davide Pizzigoni, and he was an artist who was doing all the accessories for Bulgari, and he still lives in Milan, and he understood that. So basically all the designs that he made for Bulgari, we're now digitalizing and putting on the NFT or on the blockchain. Our company is a little bit different, that yes, we are commercial, of course, we don't want to invest for no return, that's a given, but our main focus or core is to protect all those things. So we've got basic NFTs, and usually the money that we raise with the NFTs goes to Wise.art, of course some to the artist, but it is to raise funds as well, or to help projects. We've got an incubator program and we help projects, and that's the main thing, as well as safekeeping all these things. And we're multi-blockchain, which means you can use any currency. We've got Ethereum, Polygon, Casper, but you can also use fiat money, because we believe that you need to have a bridge between the two, like a 2.5, Web 2.5, rather than going from 2 to 3, which is a little bit more difficult. In regards to sustainability, I actually had a talk with a lady who lives in Taos, New Mexico. And I don't know if any of you watched the Cannes Film Festival. I did have a picture there, but the film that won a lot of awards was the latest film by Martin Scorsese with DiCaprio and De Niro, and they were all on the stage with a native Indian from America actor called Tantun, and she was wearing an eagle dress. And that dress was stunning, number one, but it was hand-painted in Taos, New Mexico. So I spoke with the designer yesterday. Her name is Patricia Michaels. And yesterday I was telling her I'm staying here, and it's like 113 years AD. And she immediately responded, my pueblo, my village in New Mexico is more than 2,000 years old. So I said, okay. But that's what it is as well. It's the sustainability. They made a dress which is worn at Cannes Film Festival, which was hand-painted by some indigenous people in New Mexico, which I thought was wonderful. And of course, that's going to be carried by Leonardo DiCaprio and De Niro and Scorsese. So it's actually really wonderful that with fashion, again, it's a message and it's a vector. And that's what we'd like to hopefully support by participating here, and we're very grateful. And basically, yeah, if anyone's interested, ask Tiziana, and I will provide you with the presentation.
If you want, you can show the
slides. Oh, it starts now? Okay, yeah. So I'll go quickly. So we go through the slides. So this is just a little bit about WiseKey. We're all over the world. We've got what we do is, in fact, we're based in Geneva. The CEO worked with CERN on the very first World Wide Web. So, I mean, he's really been in it for more than 20 years. But we've got people in America, and we have people in France, because I don't know if you know, but President Macron is really pushing that microchips and semiconductors, which are at the heart of all this technology, is being made outside of China for lots of reasons, but we've all seen that in the news. So we also have a company in France doing that. And this is the dress. So this is where it was made in Taos, New Mexico, hand-painted, then it was cut, and this is where it's worn. And you see Scorsese and De Niro, and that's the actress. And that's where I think, she also told me yesterday when I was with her on the phone that when there's a big event happening, like a red carpet in Cannes, etc., they make clothes specially that are also embedded with lots of prayers and lots of traditional sort of singing, etc. A little bit like what the gentleman before me was saying from Cameroon. There is a lot more to the dress than just the wearing it. There's a big story. And she also wants to start embedding QR codes inside the label, and there's a company in France called Nere that does that. They make 60 million meters of ribbon every year, and they can now embed the QR code in the weaving of the ribbon. And so she would like to do that, whereas you can scan the label and have the story of the dress, which is also, it makes it more than just a wearable that is then thrown away, because it becomes a storytelling item. Okay, there was a few more. I don't know what happened. Don't worry about it. Basically, I've said the main thing. Here we go. So we also do a lot of promotion and communication. Of course, we're part of the NASDAQ Tower, the same actually as the Sustainability Expo. They're also part of the NASDAQ Tower. So we, on a monthly basis, we get a few seconds on Times Square. We go to Davos every year, and we explain the latest technology. And there we did a special program with children in Mexico that have cleft lips. And so they made these masks, which they like, these skulls, which they like to do in Mexico. And the front of the mask was actually cut to represent that. And again, it's just a storytelling vector, which is very important. And then, of course, but I'm sure you've talked about that yesterday and a lot, but there's the digital printing on cloth or on textile. And we work with an artist called Pedro Sandoval, who's in Spain, and he was featured on the Spanish Vogue for his dresses. And these dresses were worn as well at various events by the Queen of Spain, etc. So it's also a message to raise awareness and around the world when everybody starts to play the game. You know, like Louis Vuitton is doing it with their suitcase. Gucci, of course, is doing it for a while already. And when the official or the VIP people or the public people start wearing it and using it, it obviously helps the cause. Wait, this is me. So NFTs, we all know what they are, but they're basically smart contracts or contracts that represent an item. It can be a physical item or a digital item on this blockchain, on the memory, this world memory. These were the shoes that we don't need to talk about. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay, that's also something I just spoke about, Louis Vuitton. This is one of the artists in Japan, and I use this example because it is global. She's an 80-year-old or plus 80-year-old lady who paints with special leather dyeing technology and different veneers and varnishes, and she made these flight cases for the planes. So she's actually adapting what is needed today, what the demand is, and putting in the traditional technology, and I think they're rather beautiful. But it's just, again, it's a message story that she's included, and she also includes old Japanese mythical stories in her items. Her name is Hiroko Fujioka. And we give awards, that's what I was saying. We've got an incubator, and every year in Davos we give out an award. The award was made by Pedro Sandoval. Again, it's subjective, not everybody likes it, but at least everybody's happy to be awarded. And then this is a story about, we're going there with personal avatars. The metaverse is coming. I haven't spoken about the metaverse, but I mean, there's a lot going on. And as I said earlier, the scientists and the technology people have been in it for a long, long time. So what we're discovering now is already being issued, really. And the fashion industry, whether it's Nike or whether it's even Adidas and I think Prada as well, they're using this avatar and this avatar method. I think it's a tool, and the metaverse, to promote their products, which is great. And there's games as well. The gaming industry is using that. So for example, there's a game that you can play for free, but you have to buy your skins. So all the dresses, all the bags, all the guns, all the tools, etc., you have to buy. And that's another sort of business model which the fashion industry, I think, is adopting quite well. There you go. That's the final message, is that it is coming with the metaverse. So that's us. No need to go on. I think that's it. Please, if you want to see the film, which is quite, I mean, it just says what I've just talked about. It's on our website, and it's free to look at. Thank you, Tiziana.